Good morning, everybody. Hope you've had a fine festive season and that it continues in a similar vein today. The Alpine Skiing World Cup gets back underway in Lienz. That's where we are for the women's giant slalom today. Plenty of fresh snow in Lienz and on the surrounding peaks, and it's cold enough for it all to stick around as well. Quite low, the finish down at 680 meters above sea level. The start just above 1,000. The course for the first run has been set by Tina Maser's coach, and she will start first. Katrin Settel of Austria is the best of her nation's giant slalom skiers so far this season, but Jess Lindell-Vickerby is the best of all. She leads the giant slalom World Cup standings, ahead of Tina Vairata in second, fellow Swede Maria Pietilä-Holmner in third, then Lara Gut and Katrin Settel. Eva Maria Brem needs to find some form. Last time here 2 years ago, didn't qualify for the second run. Has had mixed results so far this season, and with competition, expectation and media hype hotting up within Austria, they're all competing for limited places in Sochi at the Olympic Games. Anna Feniger will certainly go to Sochi and compete, and almost certainly get a start in downhill, Super G and giant slalom. GS probably the most competitive of them all. Tina Maser will go in all the disciplines as the #1 Slovenian and as the World Cup overall downhill, Super G, giant slalom champion. Not the downhill champion, of course. She didn't get to race that final event at Lenzerheide at the end of the season, so Lindsey Vonn managed to stay in first position. We're getting a run down the course now, courtesy of Alexandra Meissnitzer, herself the winner of 14 World Cup races. Comes from not too far away in Abtenau. She won a couple of downhills. She won 7 Super Gs, and she won 5 giant slalom races in her excellent career. Also picked up an Olympic silver medal, if memory serves, in Nagano. Or was it a bronze? I can't remember. I'll check that one out for you. But this is her run down the course that's been set by one of the Slovenian coaches. Meissnitzer putting her atomic skis through their paces and ripping it up here. This gives you a really good impression of, if not the speed, then the rapidity with which the gates arrive. A little banana gate there, so go through one and a red and then a blue without having to turn. Course inspection very important. Meissnitzer, like the racers, hasn't had a practice run on this course. She's just been able to do a course inspection. Then she takes this run with her 2 cameras, and for the benefit of the spectators in Austria, she gets to commentate all the way down. So Tina Maser's on her way, first to race in Lienz, on the course that's been set by her coach, wearing #1 out of the gate. Maser deals with this relatively flat section at the top. You can see she now goes on this little traverse from skiers right to skiers left across the face of the Schlossberg into the dark area here. Then there's a couple of steady rhythmical turns. First timing gun intermediate there at 34 seconds, so we'll compare the rest of them as they come down. Then back into the sunshine, which has just started to dominate the weather conditions here. Things get a little steeper and more interesting now for Tina Maser. One little steep pitch, then another little flat, and the rest of the run is pretty steep all the way down to the finish, right in the town centre. Hence the spectators able to take up their positions early and get a great vantage point. Steep finish, 1 minute 10.67. Tina Maser sets the pace in Lienz. Happy to be home. Not a bad run. Ferdo, her dad, is here. He's made the short journey across from Slovenia to watch Tina race. There'll be lots of family members out watching today. We'll hopefully get a look at all the various mums and dads and brothers and sisters, which Austrian TV are particularly good at picking out. Maybe some Olympic champions from the past as well. Fritz Strobel, the 1990 the 2002, I beg your pardon, Olympic downhill champion is from Lienz. He was born here in 1972. Maybe he's watching here this morning as Katrin Settel, the first of the Austrians, gets going in Lienz. Nice fast start from Katrin Settel. Enjoys this hill. She's had some success here in the past. We'll hope to back it up with a good first run here this morning. 34.27 for Tina Marza, and Settel's considerably quicker. Good run from Katrin Settel, off to a flying start. Recent form would suggest that tomorrow might hold the key for Katrin Settel in the slalom, but when she gets it together, she's no slouch in GS either. And things have gone particularly well at the start, and look at the time difference now. Katrin Settel ripping it up on home snow in Lienz. A little mistake, bounced back up, no damage done, and she'll lead comfortably here. Oh, 2 seconds. Comfortably isn't the word. It's an astonishing gap over the World Cup overall champion, Tina Marza. A much more fluid, relaxed looking run from Katrin Settel. Not perfect, not without its errors, but it was quick. She leads the way. Let's see if the World Cup giant slalom standings leader can do some damage to Katrin Settel's time. Wearing the red bib, she leads the World Cup in this discipline. The winner in Beaver Creek, second in St. Moritz, sixth in Val d'Isère last time out. Jessica Lindell-Vickerby from Sweden. That's the point where Lara Gut got caught. Lindell-Vickerby a little late, 2 gates after it. 9th here 2 years ago, the last time she raced in Lienz. 33.63 for Settel. Lindell-Vickerby not far away. 500ths, very close. Great top section for Jess Lindell-Vickerby. Full attack from her. Nothing wrong with this, no holding back. Now, Settel, remember, was even faster on the bottom half of the course than she was on the top. Let's see if Lindell-Vickerby can match her. More than 0.29. Terrific stuff for the Swede. That's why she's leading the World Cup standings. She's really found form, clicked in, fully engaged with her giant slalom technique and this hill, and takes the lead away from Settel. Collective groan around the finish area. Long way to go, of course, lots of Austrians still to come. Lindell-Vickerby first, Settel second, Marza third. Good skiing from the World Cup GS standings leader. Anna Fenninger is next to go. She'll be followed by Michaela Schifrin. Look at the angles there. That beautiful turn, right-footed turn, and Anna Fenninger's brother Tom is here, and here goes Anna. Straight into the tuck at the top, looking for good speed across the flats. Blind rise coming up. Right. Next red, I think it is. Here we go. Tricky times, but no problem at all for Fenninger. Word has reached the top. She's had a good inspection and a little pep talk, I would imagine, from 1 or 2 of the coaches who have been listening to what's been going on so far. This looks okay for Fenninger. Oh, it's more than okay. It's fastest of all at the first intermediate. 1100ths of a second. In good shape. 4th in Solden, 8th in St. Moritz, 7th in Val d'Isère. She's had solid results in downhill and Super G. Still looking for her first World Cup win of the season. And still in touch. Next to nothing in it here. 800ths of a second. Anna Fenninger attacks the last 2 turns and moves into second position. Just 200ths of a second behind. Brother's happy with that. The winner here, last time in Lienz. 2 years ago, Christmas 2011. Skis into second place in the 2013 instalment and gives herself a good shot going into the second run. Just 200ths off the pace. Hans Pum on the left. And the Anna Fenninger fan club shirtless. Schifrin away for the United States of America. The American slalom sensation. We'll be looking forward to tomorrow's slalom in particular, where she was third on this hill 2 years ago, but her giant slalom form this season has been the best yet, with 3 top 6 results, 6th in Seoul and 2nd runner-up in Beaver Creek when she was leading after the first run, and then 8th in Val d'Isère last weekend, and fastest of them all today. 3/10 quicker than Jess Lindell-Vickerby. Good skiing on the top, nice and smooth. So solid and relaxed and calm in the upper body. It's remarkable to think that Mikaela Shiffrin is still only 18 years of age. Doesn't turn 19 until the middle of March. Now she hits the steep. Within half a second of the lead. Should be good enough for third. It's fourth in the end. Shiffrin, 1:08.98. Lindell-Vickerby leads. Anna Fenninger second. Katrin Settle stays in third. Shiffrin in fourth. Tina Maza, who was first to race, is fifth, but she's way off the pace. And so's Vicky Ravensburg, the Olympic champion, in sixth. And Lara Gut didn't finish. Nadia Fanchini, one of the trio of Fanchini sisters. She's the best giant slalom racer. Younger sister Sabrina, the best slalom racer, and older sister Elena is the best Super G and downhill racer on current form. Anyway, so let's see how Nadia goes here. She'll certainly throw everything she's got at this hill. It's the only way she knows. 7th in San Moritz, her only GS result of note so far this season. A late bloomer in giant slalom. She was always, right over the back seat there. She was always a GS also ran, and then suddenly she found her form 3 seasons ago and started to mix it with the best. And look at this attack from Fanchini. This is super giant slalom racing from the Italian. 800ths behind at the last intermediate. She's still in there at the next. She's 2/10 behind. Excellent top section. Now she gets to the steep finish. A hand down, backside skidded against the snow, and she's lost her racing line, and just fighting the last few turns. 5th for Nadia Fanchini. It's okay, she's finished, and that's quite often the problem, that she doesn't, but she's in reasonable shape, within a second of the lead of Jess Lindell-Vickerby. Fenninger second, Settle third, then Shiffrin, and now Fanchini skis into 5th.
The call of the big white. As the days pass, the heartbeat quickens. It's time. Time to face those legendary slopes. To race down the mountain in 4 different disciplines. And with the Winter Olympics on the far horizon, this season will be more competitive than ever. Watch it with the one and only Didier Couche as your guide. The Alpine Skiing World Cup with the women's slalom tomorrow morning from 9:15, live on British Eurosport.
Train yourself to the sweet Italian life. Train yourself on the best ski slopes of Trentino.
Excellence in flight, Korean Air. This Christmas, behold, the savior of pay-as-you-go. £3p a minute, 2p a text, 1p per megabyte of data. Pay-as-you-go. Still seriously serious.
In the UK's biggest electrical sale. Save up to $150 on selected Windows laptops, like these high-performance HP laptops, combining an Intel Core i5 processor, 8GB memory and 1TB of storage. Only $399. Or for just £50 more, this 8GB HP with quad-core processing and a 1TB hard drive gives you Windows 8.1 with touch for $449. Save £50. You can reserve online and collect in just an hour, so don't miss the UK's biggest electrical sale. Curry's PC World, we can help.
On the 25th of the 12th, the 25th of the 12th, when Rudolph makes his yearly run. Come the 25th of the 12th, old Santa will share his wealth. There'll be a gift for everyone.
If you don't love your gift, someone else will. Sell it on eBay with no insertion fees until the 5th of January.
With Wonga.com, you're always in control and money is sent within 5 minutes of approval, guaranteed.
The new Renault Clio. Restart your heart.
There are a total of 68 starting this first leg, and the next of them is the best of the giant slalom skiers from France. Anémone Marmotton from Val d'Isère. She's on the hill, dealing with that blind rise. It was the blind rise on the tunnel jump at the bottom of the OK in Sunday's giant slalom, which really the French failed to recognise, failed to anticipate and deal with. Three of them struggled there. Marmotton managed to stay on her skis and finish, and she's going nicely here. 1600ths of a second off. Enjoying her most consistent season to date in the early stages, with a 6th in Beaver Creek, a 5th in Saint Moritz. Ended up 25th in Val d'Isère, but we'll put that down as a minor hiccup. 0.91 within a second of the lead. Chance of a top 6. Lindell-Vickerby's time of 1:08.63 is safe as Marmotton goes 6th. 1.27 off the pace. Not a bad position to be in. Chance to move up through the rankings in the second run. Some good skiing from the French giant slalom specialist. So now Tina Weirater stepping forward in the start gate at the top of the Schlossberg in Lienz. The winner in Val d'Isère last weekend also finished 4th in the downhill to move further ahead in the overall World Cup standings. And she'll increase her lead over next best Lara Gut, because Gut will make no points today. Assuming, of course, that Tina Weirater finishes and scores some World Cup points today. Steady start. Nothing wrong with this from Tina Weirater. Physically very much stronger this season than she's been in the past. In touch at the intermediate. 0.38. Not a bad start from Tina Weirater. Nice, relaxed giant slalom turns from the Liechtensteiner, who trains alongside the Swiss. 54.80, the next split. That belongs to our leader, Jess Lindell-Vickerby. Weirater's time is heading in the wrong direction. 1.3 seconds off the pace. So, possibly 7th is the best she can hope for. Last couple of gates, And Weirarter is indeed 7th, 1.8 seconds off the pace. Lindell Vickerby leads for Sweden. Fenninger, the best of the Austrians, second, followed by compatriot Settel, then Schifrin, the American, then Fanchini of Italy, then Marmotto, and now Tina Weirarter, World Cup overall standings leader, second in the GS rankings, has just skied into 7th position. 14 in the gate, Federica Brignoni from Italy, from Courmayeur. Here we go, good giant slalom racer. This is her specialist discipline. Still without a World Cup win. She's been on the podium a whole heap of times in the last 4 seasons. 4th her best so far this year, and this is a scruffy, scrappy start from the Italian. Silver medalist at the 2011 Alpine Skiing World Championships in Garmisch in giant slalom. .31 down at the first intermediate. Full attack, a little bit of haze, just a little bit of mist has drifted across to shorten the visibility for Brignoni, but no bother as she comes through the light fog and sets about attacking the steep section which takes her in towards the line. This could be a top 5. It is 5th position for Federica Brignoni. Nice work from the Italian, starting with number 14, that's okay. Couple of mistakes and it was a shaky start. There were times when I thought she might not finish at all. On the blind rise there, a little roller. Just had to lean in to make sure of the turn. Without that mistake, she might have been closer to Lindell Vickerby. Gives herself a good chance going into the second run, though. Excellent skiing from the Italian. Maria Pietilä-Holmner wears number 15 for Sweden. She's next to go. 3rd in Val d'Isère last weekend. Pietilä-Holmner will have had time to get a course report from the current leader, Jess Lindell Vickerby. Had a really good first run in Val d'Isère with a late start number, came through to break the top 5. Didn't quite back it up. .29, she's very much in touch here. MPH looking pretty solid in the mid part of the course. Now the next split shows that she's drifted away from Lindell Vickerby, more than a second behind now. Just making that last gate, bit of a scramble to get home, but 7th position for Maria Pietilä-Holmner. Another respectable performance from her. Her teammate, Jess Lindell Vickerby, still leads the way here in Lienz. Denise Carbon, away for Italy. The Italian veteran, 33 years of age. 6 World Cup wins in her career, but none for a while. Nice steady start from Carbon. No real mistakes as yet. How close is she at the split? Within a second. Now that's promising. Well, then a mistake flattened that control gate. Had to adjust her racing line. Last World Cup win came in 2008 in the spring in Ofterspang. It's been a while. Still a likely member of the Italian giant slalom squad at the forthcoming Olympic Winter Games. It all depends, I suppose, whether the coaches favour youth over experience heading to Russia. She's 14th at the moment, Denise Carbon. 2.5 seconds adrift of Jess Lindell-Vickerby. This was the one where she did the most damage. She sent her body through the control gate. Lucky to survive that, actually. That might have hurt. Denise Carbon at the bottom of the course. Nina Loseth, starting number 27. First of the Norwegians. Sister Mona will be coming a little later, and Ragnhild Mowinckel also racing for Norway today. Nina's had some solid slalom form so far this season, with a 7th in Levy and an 8th in Courchevel, so one who's possibly more excited about tomorrow's race than today's. But this is good. 0.73. Really solid top section from Nina Loseth. Look at the angle she gets. So relaxed as well. Great to watch her race. Lovely, easy, loose, giant slalom racing style. And things still going well. So just to give you an idea, the top 10 separated by 2.04 seconds. So there is room at the end. Here comes Nina Loseth, home in 9th. Great run from Nina Loseth. 1.68 seconds. And her good Christmas form continues. We get a check on the standings after the first group of 30 have been down. The lead is with Jess Lindell-Vickerby of Sweden, with Anna Fenninger second. Then Katrin Settle, Michaela Schifrin, Federica Brignoni is 5th. Then Nadia Fanchini, Maria Pietilé-Holmner. Marmont's the best of the French in 8th. Followed by Loseth with a great run from number 27, and Tina Varata, the World Cup overall standings leader, is in 10th position. Tina Maza holding on. Not a great run from her, starting with number 1, but she's holding on to 11th spot at the moment.
Follow Andy Murray on his comeback trail as the 3-time Australian Open finalist looks to break his duck down under.
Superhuman effort from Andy Murray.
The Australian Open starts the 12th of January, live and exclusive on British Eurosport and British Eurosport 2 HD. And watch online via the Eurosport player.
Their army is infinite. We are 47. Your law belongs to us. Then take it if you can. 47 Ronin in cinemas now.
This is Alpecin Caffeine Shampoo for men. Take a good look, because it's moving fast. In fact, it sold over 2 million bottles in Germany last year alone. To find out why, get down to Boots, leading supermarkets or pharmacies. Alpecin Caffeine Shampoo. German engineering for your hair.
If your car is written off, at Direct Line we don't just offer you a cheque. We could also source a replacement for you. And you can even upgrade by paying the difference. Plus, if you get a quote from us 10 days or more before your policy start date, you'll get 20% off. It's good to deal direct, so take the Direct Line.
When it comes to getting the drinks in, you know what we're like. All we need is an excuse. Oh, touch. Oh, dear. Alakazam. Hello, Wednesday. So how about giving up alcohol for January to raise money for Cancer Research UK?
A pint of Ryman soda.
Now that's a challenge. Sign up at triathlon.org to help beat cancer sooner.
Dedication.
friendship. The choices we make reveal the true nature of our character.
This is my hero. One of my country's most talented players. Nowadays, talent alone is not enough. Football has changed. There is a place where you can get world-class coaching that pushes you to train harder and harder. Education that helps build your future. Sports science that enhances your performance. And where you are always in the right hands. This place has found me, and I am ready. One day, I want to be his hero.
Aspire Academy. Aspire today. Inspire tomorrow.
Well, it's turned into a beautiful afternoon in Lienz. Plenty of fresh snow around, barely a cloud in the sky now, not a breath of wind. Absolutely perfect for the second run of the 5th Women's Giant Slalom of the Alpine Ski World Cup season. So the top 30 now going in reverse order. We had 68 start the first run, 38 of those have gone, and the fastest of them all was the World Cup Giant Slalom standings leader, Jess Lindell Vickerby from Sweden. This was her first run this morning, the course set by one of the Slovenian coaches and mastered by Lindell Vickerby, looking for her second win of the World Cup season. Began solidly enough in Solden, then had her first ever Giant Slalom World Cup win in Beaver Creek. Her only other previous World Cup success had come in Super G. She backed that up with second place in St. Moritz and was also in the top 10 in Val d'Isère last weekend. She is the racer to beat in this discipline, and she'll be the final racer on the mountain in the second run. She's got two Austrians in hot pursuit though, and hence the interest at the bottom of the course remains huge. They are packed in with horns and flares and flags and lots of noise and colour and atmosphere, because in second place is Anna Fenninger, just 200ths off the pace of Lindell Vickerby, and in third place Katrin Settle. Settle and Fenninger, two very different ski racers. Settle very much the technical masterclass skier, and Fenninger a little looser, a little wilder. The Austrians would be popular if either of them came through to deny Jess Lindell Vickerby, but there's a decent Swedish contingent here as well, hoping that the current Swedish #1 GS racer can hold off the pressure from the two Austrians and Michaela Schifrin and the Italians Brignoni and Fanchini, and make it 2 wins so far this season. So this is the start list for the second run, top 30 in reverse order. So Gagnon Mancuso just scraping in, and Elena Cortoni. They'll be followed by Brem Putiainen, Mona Loseth, sister Nina also in this second run. You'll see her name shortly. Then we get towards the next fastest group. Barte's in there, Tina Maza, yeah, not happy with her first run, but a chance to make a move in this second run. And Francesca Marsaglia of Italy started with bib number 50 to score an excellent first run. There's Nina Loseth. She'll be starting 22nd in the second run. And then the fastest, Fanchini, Brignoni, Schifrin, Settle, Fenninger and Lindell Vickerby. This is how it will unfold in the second run. Fiery Federica Brignoni. Then Michaela Schifrin, the 18-year-old teenage sensation from Colorado. And the Austrian pair, Katrin Settle, the textbook technician, looking for her first win of the season. Then Fenninger, full speed ahead for her. She likes this hill. Her Giant Slalom career really began here in Lienz with personal best result a couple of seasons ago, but the skier in form will be the skier to beat. Last on the mountain today, Jess Lindell Vickerby, starting 30th in the second run. So So next in the gate will be Denise Carbon. 6 World Cup wins to her name, none for a while. The 33-year-old. Another one of the legion of Italians in this second run. Her lead over teammate Elena Cortoni is just 1900ths of a second. Carbon straight into the tuck at the top. Looking for early speed across the flats. Nice inviting section here that Christian Schweiger has laid out. Now things get a little bit more dramatic. This banana gate and this sudden turn sending her down onto the steep. Well negotiated by Denise Carbon. Got that right. Thinking ahead, anticipating the change in terrain. Is she still ahead at the intermediate? Not quite. Just making a little mistake as she came to the split time. But now she can start to motor. The 2 toughest parts of the course are behind her. There's plenty more difficulty to come, but no trickery within the gate set from the German coach, and things going in the right direction for Carbon. Back into the green zone. Highly experienced, looking for one more crack at an Olympic medal in February, and it's Italy first, second and third in Lienz. Well, we're not far from the Italian border. And Carbon takes the lead ahead of Cortoni with Molg in third. Green, white and red flags everywhere. Still 2 Italians to come, but first up, it's the turn of Nina Losec. 2 sets of sisters in this second run. Nina's sister Mona has been before. Nadia Panchini waiting to go, and her sister Sabrina has already raced, but Mona is waiting and watching at the bottom of the course now as Nina attacks this second run. Super first leg this morning with bib number 27. Excellent result, 9th position. Here she goes again, second run. Her lead almost a full second, 9/10. Key part of the course. That's okay, and 0.61. Solid. Still in the hunt here, and at last, some serious danger to the Italian domination of this second run in Austria. No real mistakes from Nina Losec. Looks like she's in control, enjoying this second run. 2:05.70 is bettered by Nina Losec. From 9/10 to 6/10 to 3/10, but green all the way for the Norwegian as she sets herself up for the last 3 gates. Nina Losec is first by 0.06 of a second. A change at last in the leadership of this race. Nina Losec leads the way in Lienz for Norway with Carbon second and Cortoni third. Anna Marmoton from Val d'Isère in France has just started her second run, the best of the French. 8th after the first run. Her lead over Nina Losec, the new leader here, just under half a second. That's a decent turn from Marmoton. There's another key element of this course approaching now. This next blue is where it can be won or lost. That was pretty solid, 0.36. She's lost next to nothing, showing an increasing run of form so far this season with some solid results, including 2 top 6s, 6th in Beaver Creek, 5th in San Moritz, starting to really revel in the World Cup experience. Next split, she's got to be green still. She is. She's found a couple of hundredths. Looks solid for Anna Marmoton. Nina Losec leads. Denise Carbon is second. Elena Cortoni is third. Anna Marmoton is the new leader by 0.15 of a second. It all went very, very well for the racer from Val d'Isère. And Nina Losec's lead is short-lived. Marmoton potentially on course for a best ever result here. Never been better than 4th in a World Cup. Maybe today she'll find herself on the podium for the first time. There's Michaela Schifrin waiting for her turn at the top. Birthday wishes for somebody. 15th in the game for Sweden. Maria Pietilä-Holmner, 7th after the first run. Her lead over Animal Marmoton, next to nothing, 300ths of a second. It's got to be full MPH here for MPH as she attacks the top of this course. A couple of good weekends of racing for her. 3rd in Val d'Isère last weekend, on the podium for the first time in a while. Looking for the top position wherever possible here. Key turn. Getting a little darker in that area, getting bumped around on the exit of that part of the course. Is it still enough to see her through to first? I don't think so. 1400ths behind. Maria Pietilä-Holmner has lost a bit of time. Still a chance to get herself in a top 5 position. There's room in there. Top 5 separated by 0.61. But the quickest of them all is Animal Marmoton from Val d'Isère. It's green again from Pietilä-Holmner. Good middle third of the course. Clean, early, light on her edges. Nice work from the Swede, and they've still got Lindell Vickerby to come. New leader again. Pietilä-Holmner takes it away from Marmoton. That's 3 in a row who have skied into first position. First Loseth, then Marmoton, and now Maria Pietilä-Holmner with 6 to come. 2 Italians, an American, 2 Austrians and a Swede. Maria Pietilä-Holmner will take the lead, but for how long?
The call of the big white. As the days pass, the heartbeat quickens. It's time. Time to face those legendary slopes. To race down the mountain in 4 different disciplines. And with the Winter Olympics on the far horizon, this season will be more competitive than ever. Watch it with the one and only Didier Couche as your guide. The Alpine Skiing World Cup with the women's slalom tomorrow morning from 9:15, live on British Eurosport.
Train yourself to the sweet Italian life. Train yourself on the best ski slopes of Trentino.
Great sport happens here this winter. Loads of unmissable top-pick Barclays Premier League matches. From now until the end of the season. UEFA Europa League and more European leagues than anyone else. All the live Aviva Premiership rugby. Next season's MotoGP. And the FA Cup with Budweiser. Giant killing clashes all the way to Wembley. £12 a month for Sky TV customers, or free with BT Broadband.
I'm getting married.
That young lady who's half your age?
She's 32.
I have a hemorrhoid that's almost 32.
Welcome to Las Vegas.
We're gonna party like it's 1959.
I probably should get up and dance. Maybe not. Maybe now.
Las Vegas, in cinemas January 3rd.
I changed this event, and after 72, every gold medalist has used my technique. It changed the entire world.
I wanted to design a super yacht that was really, really fuel efficient. It uses 1/7 of the fuel. If this boat could change attitudes, that would be great.
Break the rules, change the game. The all-new Master 3 with Sky Active technology. Defy convention. Search all-new Master 3.
Download the app or go to William Hill on your mobile. William Hill, the home of betting.
Katrin Settle going through the motions, keeping herself warm. Next to go, Nadia Fanchini. If ever there was time to attack, and we know that's what she loves to do, then it's right here, right now, with the 6th fastest time after the first run. Nadia Fanchini on her way. And she's really hit the gas in the early stages here. 0.32, her advantage over Maria Pietrelehomna. The Italians dominating this race in terms of numbers. They had the top 3 for a while, the top 4 for a while. Can Nadia Fanchini restore an Italian to the top of the leaderboard here? Very possibly. What a good start for Nadia Fanchini. She's left it all on the top part of the hill. Fast and furious through the first 35 turns. Now she hits the steep. Now she approaches the second intermediate. Surely she'll still be in front. Yes, 3/4 of a second. Nadia Fanchini on her way to give Italy back the lead, and they've still got Federica Brignoni to come. She'll be next. Fanchini's home into first position by more than a second. Oh, what a run from Nadia Fanchini. That's just about the best racing I've ever seen from her. Well, it took a while, but finally it all came together, and Nadia Fanchini leads the way here. Her 154th World Cup start. Never better than 6th in a World Cup race. She's at least going to equal that and almost certainly better it today. Anna Feniger has won in the last 2 years, each race on the 28th of December. Well, today is the 28th of December, and Feniger is looking for the hat-trick. Federica Brignoni is away, though, for Italy, hoping to make it an Italian 1-2 again. She'll charge, just like Fanchini. It'll be a second-run assault from the last of the Italians. She'll be followed by Schifrin, Settel, Feniger, and Lindell Vikovic. Well, this is really aggressive from Brignoni. A little gung-ho in some ways. Is she ahead? Yeah. 2 tenths in front. She's lost a 10. But remember, it was from this point in that Nadia Fanchini really went to work on the bottom of the Schlossberg and turned it on to add to her tally, to put herself a second plus in front of Maria Pietrelehomna. And for Brignoni, it appears to be heading in the opposite direction. She's down to just 7/700ths of a second and some inside ski action there. I think it'll be an Italian 1-2, but Fanchini's lead is safe. Brignoni skis into second. Maria Pietrelehomna goes third, then Marmaton, then Loseth, then a load more Italians, Carbon, Cortoni and Marsaglia. Molg is 9th. 6 of the top 10 are Italians with 4 to go. Michaela Schifrin taps the snow from her ski poles, slides them over the timing wand, and the 18-year-old from Vail in Colorado is ready to go in the second run. 4th after the first, just over half a second her advantage over Nadia Fanchini. Didn't move from the tuck position for the first 6 gates. Now she has to stand and work her technical turns where required. The World and World Cup slalom champion will be one of the favourites for tomorrow's race, but today it matters. Today she wants to establish herself as a real threat in giant slalom. Hasn't won a World Cup giant slalom race, hasn't lost any time on the top here. From 0.57 to 0.56. Schifrin was the leader after the first run in Beaver Creek. Came second there in the end. 8th in Val d'Isère last weekend. The winner of the Levy Slalom. 2:04.15. Oh, Schifrin still half a second in front. Fankini was super fast on this bottom quarter. Schifrin will need to match her to maintain the advantage. I think she's done enough, comfortably done enough. Michaela Schifrin takes it away from Nadia Fankini. 0.68 her lead, 3 to go. Schifrin leads the way, Fankini is second, Brignoni third. Incredibly mature approach to the race by 18-year-old Michaela Schifrin. Remarkable ability for one so young. And her best chance comes tomorrow. Katrin Settle, third fastest after the first run. Her advantage over Michaela Schifrin is decent enough, 0.31. Noise levels rising in the finish. It'll be Settle, followed by Fenninger for the Austrians to get excited about. Third after the first run. She's on her way, Katrin Settle. She's twice won the Christmas racing, giant slalom races, but both her wins have come on the alternate year in Semmering. She's never conquered the Schlossberg here in Lienz. Today would be a good time to turn that around. And Settle is making light work at the top. Nice skiing, nice and light on her edges, and she'll be close to Schifrin here. She's faster than Schifrin, but some of her advantage has been lost. She's just about lost half of the lead with which she started this second run. Oh, a couple of skidded turns, the course starting to cut up rapidly. It's lumpy and bumpy out there, and Settle has possibly lost her chance to win today. 0.39 behind. Tension incredible, with so many Austrian ski fans watching at the finish. Not quite. Second for Settle. They've still got Fenninger to come, but for the moment, a collective gasp around the finish area, and Schifrin is guaranteed a place on the podium. Schifrin leads, Settle second, Fankini third, Fenninger and Lindell Vickerby the last two to race. Yeah, it just got a little heavy underfoot for Katrin Settle. Started positively enough, couldn't keep them carving. There's Anna Fenninger's brother Thomas. And Anna is ready to go. Here we go, Fenninger has won the 28th of December race 2 years in a row, looking for the hat-trick here. Won last year in Semmering, won the year before right here in Lienz. 0.33 is her lead over Michaela Schifrin. Fenninger with all the speed across the snow. Good downhill, a great Super G racer. This left-footed turn taken beautifully, right on the gate. Huge amount of speed being carried here by Anna Fenninger. Oh, and then a mistake, a little bit too early. Had to put in the power drift to make it happen. The excess speed gives her a lead of 0.53. She was able to adjust to keep them carving. A little steering pivot. Wonderful reflexes from Anna Fenninger. Second intermediate time approaching. Surely she's still in front here. 0.42. Nearly half a second up. At last the Austrians can begin to dream that they'll have a win. From Anna Fenninger in Lienz. She tucks in for the line and snatches it away from Schifrin by half a second. Fenninger fastest in Lienz. And the family can celebrate with just one to come. Kiss for the skis for Fenninger. This turn was beautifully done. That's the tight set that has been catching a few of them out, and there was another section just before this, in fact, that was beautifully done as well. Best through there, best of everybody through there. She won here 2 years ago, the last time they were in Lienz. She won in Semmering 12 months ago. She leads in 2013 with just one to come. The World Cup giant slalom standings leader, Jess Lindell-Vickerby, is away. Her lead over Anna Fenninger is next to nothing. Practically zero, 200ths of a second. One mistake, and we've already had one, and it might have already gone for Lindell-Vickerby, who wears the red bib as the leader in the World Cup giant slalom standing. The winner in Beaver Creek, second in Saint Moritz, sixth in Val d'Isère. Is she still in the hunt here at the split? She's 1300ths behind. Hence the celebrations at the bottom of the course. It's by no means a done deal though, because Lindell-Vickerby can still find some good speed in the final third of this run down the Schlossberg in Lienz. That's a little late. She might just have blown a chance right there. 1400ths behind. Anna Fenninger leads for Austria. Jess Lindell-Vickerby last to go for Sweden, hoping to spoil the party for the host nation, and she's missed it by half a second. It's Fenninger's victory in Lienz. The Austrians celebrate, and Fenninger wins the Christmas Giant Slalom 3 years in a row. Lindell-Vickerby will be happy with second. She'll consolidate her lead in the World Cup Giant Slalom standings, and Michaela Schifrin is on the Giant Slalom podium for the second time this season with the slalom, her favourite event, still to come tomorrow. The Austrians love a party, and they love nothing more than a party after a winning ski race. And when one of the pin-up girls of Austrian sport has come home with the results at Christmas time, then they need no more excuses to get stuck in this afternoon and late into the evening ahead of tomorrow's slalom. Fenninger's making a habit of this. Christmas clearly a happy time for her. The winner in Semmering in 2012, the winner here in Lienz in 2011, returns in 2013 with another victory. Anna Fenninger wins the giant slalom in Lienz in some style. Jess Lindell-Vickerby's excellent season continues. And in third, Michaela Schifrin. Well, what a cool customer she is, Anna Fenninger. Can't be much greater pressure with the national sport on display over Christmas, but she's done it again. Cool as you like. Confirmation of the final results in Lienz. A win for Anna Fenninger by exactly half a second to Jess Lindell-Vickerby, with Michaela Schifrin third. Katrin Settle just missing out on a podium place today in fourth, but we'll see more of her tomorrow. Bye for now.